this spa music that is our countdown. I felt like
Girl.
I felt like I was on the planet from Skeleton Crew
I
with
thought I
the
was taking a
spa.
nap for a second. I was just going to take a little snooze.
Oh my goodness. Welcome to a brand new
Hey.
episode of Chaos Chronicles. Today's episode, we are going to cover the first episodes of Andor, and we're going to give you the lowdown on everything that happened and not happened at Star Wars Celebration 2025. I'm
Yes.
Jordyn. This is my co-host Dusty.
Hey. We're here. We're here,
And
everyone. It's been Star Wars crazy. Like I genuinely need a break after this weekend slash couple days of Star Wars content that I've been personally like trying to binge a lot of stuff, guys. I didn't watch season 1 of Andor before season 2 dropped. I did watch it in a day. I watched it in 24 hours, 12 episodes in 24 hours. So
do you
girl.
regret making that decision?
Yes, I do. Yep, sure do. I was stressing. I was stressing because it was a lot. We went from celebration to me binging Andor from Sunday night till to like Monday night.
And you still have one more episode to go.
Yes, I've only watched 2 of the new episodes, guys. And then we will comment and come back for the third episode because it's just been a lot. We've both been sick as well. So it's been a struggle, but we're here to discuss everything
Yeah.
celebration in the first 2 episodes of season 2 of Andor, which was crazy, but we'll get into that a little bit later in the episode. So
Oh,
let's get started. Let's get right into it, guys, because there's a lot to discuss, honestly. Day 1 of celebration. Let's get into it, girls. Let's do it.
they kicked Celebration off with the first official announcement. I what was the re- It's Star Wars Starfighter. It's going to be taking place. I even just said it after Rise of Skywalker,
Mm.
and it has a release date. What is with Star Wars releasing in May?
That's a good
Y-
question. A lot of stuff is coming out in May, which is like a theme of everything that we got out of celebration, which honestly we both kind of agree here, and let us know what you guys think, but celebration was kind of lacking.
I don't know if it was just because I don't know. It just didn't seem well. We looked at the cat who from Star Wars was going to be at Celebration, and we were like, oh, why is it mostly creatives and like that group of people? Whereas I want to say Celebration Anaheim had a lot of celebrities at it. Like a lot of the
Right.
Star Wars cast was in attendance for their retrospective announcements. And that was the year that Obi-Wan had premiered. I want to say a few months before that, Andor wrapped season 1. There was just a lot going on at Star Wars Celebration Anaheim and Star Wars Celebration Tokyo.
Where's
Didn't
the meat?
it didn't have as many as announcements as I thought it would.
Me either. And honestly, we were kind of bored throughout it, guys, and we watched some of it together, and we were still bored. Even with each other there, it was not so much going on. I don't
That
know. It
that
was wild.
Saturday that Saturday, I will say they gave us a lot of Andor, and we
So
were a
much
little worried.
Andor. Hmm.
It was, and the Andor stuff. It felt like it took longer because, like, they had said they were going to be doing the Ahsoka panel, and that Ahsoka panel was, I want to say,
Delayed.
an hour. It felt like an hour of delay.
I think so. I think it genuinely was because that's when we kind of split up because it was just like, wait. It was late. It was supposed to be at like 1 a.m., but it didn't start until almost 2 a.m.
Right, and
And I'm talking Eastern time, by the way, where
fun weekend. Friday night, I stayed up from the entire, the full, at
honestly,
full
everyone applaud Jordyn, because not only did she
3
stay up,
a.m.
she stayed up all night to watch almost the entire day one, but she has the best notes of day one. Like, they're legit, guys. I'm looking at them right now. We got them both. We both have them pulled up. They're legit. There's so much going on. She has it down, baby. And yeah, good, applauding you, because I did not do this. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Star
Everyone, I'm a
Wars.
fake person. I didn't do this.
Star Wars Starfighter is going to be releasing on the 28th of May, 2027.
Yes.
And Ryan Gosling is joining us in the Star Wars universe.
hmm Which is fine. Which is
I
fine.
I love that panel. I don't know if you had seen the pictures, because a lot of stuff didn't they didn't give us the panel.
No, they didn't.
They were feeding us Anakin on the celebration stage and fun sushi-ish vegetables.
Yes, I do not remember this guy's name, but this man stood there carving vegetables for 3
All
days.
day, every day.
For 3 days. So cheers to him,
Him
because
and
wow,
Cookie. I only remember the droid's name, and the droid was Cookie.
she was an icon.
But they didn't even give us, I feel bad because they didn't show us his vegetable.
They didn't really, yeah, but they should have had more close-ups of the art. We only got like 2 or 3 close-ups the entire 3 days, which,
Less
like,
scary
what?
crowd.
The
That
crowd was
guy,
not given it often.
the guy dressed like Jar Jar, that was jarring at times.
I forgot about him. Oh my god.
It was like, Lee,
Oh
it was not
no.
it.
I remember now, because he was in one of the clips where they were showing some
They were talking
cosplayers.
to him.
Yeah, I do remember that now. I do remember this
And
now.
it was like Jar Jar's head on a what the heck was it? On like a bike helmet. That's what it looked like.
Oh my god, you're so right. I forgot about this until just now. Oh no,
Oh,
baby.
I don't know. I might have a picture. But Ryan Gosling coming, they showed he had Star Wars sheets as a kid. I want
That's
to say, I believe
crazy.
they were Empire Strikes Back ones.
That's crazy. That's crazy, literally.
Exposed because they full on put them up on the jumbo screen.
But it does look exciting, I will say. Now, it's
I'm
going to be like
intrigued.
this. I'm intrigued too. It's like going to be its own standoff film, and as we know, standoff films are hit or misses for Star Wars. Like, let's be real. We got Rogue One, which I think is my favorite standoff film that they've done, and then we got what was the other one? Solo, which everyone kind of hated it, which it wasn't supposed to be a standoff film, and it actually was supposed to have a second film, but they canceled it. Shut that down.
They canceled it because it didn't do well.
Which I liked it. I did see Solo in theaters, and it was good, but was it
I
Rogue
did
One's top
not.
tier? Rogue
And
One's
that's the
top
funny
tier.
thing. I haven't actually seen Rogue One yet.
We're gonna watch it together, y'all. We're gonna watch it together. Breathe with us.
After the extravaganza that is Andor season 2.
Yes, after Andor season 2, we do plan to watch Rogue One together, because I want
Ooh.
to see it after watching Andor, and Jordyn wants to see it after, also Andor, but hasn't seen it once. So it's going to be an interesting um, outlook for both of us. I'm actually really excited for the video for the podcast that we will make for that film, because as Jordyn has never seen it, her opinion is going to be for the first time, and mine's going to be the second time because I've only seen it once. It'll be good. I'm intrigued of what we think.
And then, straight off of the announcement of Ryan Gosling coming Did I mention it was directed by Sean Levy?
You did not.
It is. It is directed by Sean Levy. Levi. Levy. I don't know why I want to say it.
It's Sean Levy, baby. But yeah, it's in
Just like Suri says, my name is Lagachi. So.
Oh.
And but the first movie, Star Wars movie we are getting in theaters for the first time since Rise of Skywalker, is it? Am I
Yeah.
wrong?
No, that's right.
Okay. We are getting The Mandalorian and Grogu. And the irony is it also has a May
Release date?
release date.
Yeah. Yes,
May
it does.
22nd, 2026. So
And
they're
that's
literally, I want to say they're just a little under a year apart.
literally just under a year, yes. And everyone's excited for the Mandalorian and Grogu film. We get Sigourney Weaver joining Star Wars as well, which she's an icon.
I am excited and intrigued because I've heard she has quite the relationship with Grogu.
Yes, I'm excited to see what that means because they hinted it a couple times during day 2. She doesn't come back for day 3, and I don't. Wait, day 1. Sorry, does she come back for day 2? I don't remember. She definitely is not in day 3.
She, who did she? I know she did a brief interview on Celebration Stage.
Yes,
but I don't remember who she did the interview with. I don't know if Dave was with her.
I think it was Dave. I forget too.
It might have been. It might have been Dave and
someone else, right? There was 3 people.
Right. Kevin?
Yeah. Yes, I think so. I forget. Genuinely, guys, there was a lot going on, so forgive us.
Oh, Dave also that man is everywhere. I would not want his
so much.
I would not want his Star Wars celebration schedule.
He was at so many interviews and panels for
then he's on the celebration stage. Then he was on another panel. It was just nonstop panels for the man.
He's probably relieved today.
Oh, he was probably like.
But now they're getting ready.
You know what? I was gonna say he might. I was gonna say maybe he got some rest, but then I was like, wait, no, because they are. Spoiler alert from day 2. Ahsoka season 2 films this week.
Yes, it starts filming. Yes, we got that announcement on day 2, which we're kind of jumping far ahead on that one. But we'll
go back to it because we've got info on season 2 that I definitely want to talk about. But we are on Mandalorian and Grogu, the Galaxy's Edge droids, the BDXOs or whatever. They're also in the movie.
Yes.
Yes. Jabba the Hutt's son Rada will be a gladiator with massive biceps in Mandalorian and Grogu.
Which is crazy and exciting. I'm excited to see how that character comes to be, honestly.
And it looks like there's a big, huge battle on. We also have Zeb.
Yes, Zeb's finally getting his live action appearance for real, with lines and actual dialogue.
Instead of just sitting there on the Mandalorian in a bar. Which we were talking before we recorded. I think this is the same. This bar is where Zeb and the Mandalorian first came in contact. in,
Right.
I want to say, was it season finale?
Yes.
Season finale of Mandalorian season 4? I'm trying to think. How many are there? 1, 2, 3.
Isn't there only 3? I think there's 3.
3. 3, and then this season 4 turned into the movie, maybe?
Yes.
That, yeah. But we did get our first look at them. Now, I apologize for this grainy photo. I was going to make a slideshow, but
Zeb. Our boy Zeb with good
the
old Grogu and good old Mando, baby.
I'm excited.
I'm
And
excited too.
so what they did tell us, we know there's a war of some kind, which leads into day 2, is why my head's like going a certain way. But they did give them a trailer. And this is a screenshot of,
Yes.
we got some AT-ATs. It looks like a very Hoth-like planet.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes,
don't think it's
definitely.
Hoth, but
No.
it's a very Hoth-like planet. I'm excited. We haven't had AT-ATs in a minute.
Since the original, right? The original trilogy? Have we had them since then?
Was it the AT-AT? I feel like we've seen them in not just I there's a big war on Exegol.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't remember. I haven't watched Rise of Skywalker in a minute. So
Oh wait, no, I think you're right. I think we did see them in
I
that
don't
film. It's
know
been a minute for me as well.
I don't know if it's AT-ATs or if they're the like non full size one,
Yeah.
the like walking ones that are just like 2 legs.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if those were the ones in Rise of Skywalker or it was the giant ones.
True. I don't remember. It's a film I would have to rewatch. It's been a long time.
I feel like I'm gonna have to go back, even though the Starfighter is going to be a standalone. I feel like the events of that war on Exegol, I feel like they could bleed into each other a little bit, because the thing we all know about Star Wars is they all of it seems to leak into each other at times,
Yes,
right?
definitely. Yeah.
So I really they could be, sure, they could be standalone, but they could also mention the events of Exegol and stuff like that in passing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably going to go back and rewatch them. I mean, I have a while. We're not getting
Yeah.
we're not getting it till 2027, so like we have time, but I'm definitely interested. And I want to I really liked Ryan
And Barbie?
I like him as an actor, but I also get that he can be annoying at times.
He's okay. Like he's not my favorite, but I like him in things. But
Oh my god, I found
it
the
was just a
picture of
matter
Car
of
Car.
time.
But I liked his hat because it was a great Star Wars quote.
It was. It indeed.
Um Now, do I remember what the hat said?
It's
Or-
what did it say? Oh my gosh. Hey guys, again, it's been a couple days, so bear with us. There's a lot.
I was freaking mush by the end of Celebration.
I am mush today, if I'm being so honest.
I cannot wait to hear your thoughts on episode 3. But while you're looking, I also have the first look of Miss Sigourney Weaver in her
Yes,
So
I cannot wait for this. It's gonna be so
there's those
good.
beautiful. She is in her fighter pilot outfit, and I think maybe this she meets. Oh, I feel like everybody's meeting at the beginning of the movie at that bar.
I think so too. And also, Ryan Reynolds' quote on his hat was "Never tell me the odds."
I mean, that is a Han Solo quote, right?
I believe so. Yes.
I want to say it's from Empire Strikes Back. Once
I,
again, another trilogy that I really want to go back and watch. I want to go
it's
back and
good.
watch. I just want to I need a few days. My brain is still mush, but I
I need a
definitely
week
want to. I
or
but I
longer.
definitely want to go back and watch. I might watch them in order.
Oh, I don't think I ever have, honestly.
So wait, does that mean I have to start with Rogue One?
Ooh, wait, maybe. Actually, I really genuinely don't know the chronological order with the one-off films included, so maybe. I've never watched it in chronological order, so maybe we should do this. We're going. I need a minute though. I need a hot minute before we do that.
Oh, Lord have mercy on our souls.
Literally.
Oh, oh. So Rot is actually. I thought maybe he was just like a. Oh no,
I saw. I did. I do remember this.
that's kind of scary.
That's Spookaloo.
Oh no.
We haven't seen a Hut character in a really long time, so
I know that's what excites me a little bit. I'm like,
I'm
huts,
excited
huts,
about it
huts.
too.
Give me all the huts.
You know what I really want to see though, and this is just completely out of the fucking realm. We should. This is off topic. I want to see a Hut Jedi. That's what I want to see.
Ooh.
We've never seen
When was
one.
the last time we've seen any huts?
Oh, Java.
Oh wait, Book of Boba.
Yeah, Book of Boba. Yep, I was just about. Yep, we did see. Yep,
Was it the sister? Was it the twins?
yeah, it was.
I think it was the twins.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh God.
I was just thinking, I was like, when was I was sitting, I was going, when was the last time I had seen a hut?
I thought it was going. I actually thought it was longer. I definitely forgot about this, but yes, in Boba, the Book of Boba, we do see.
We haven't seen, I haven't seen, what, we haven't seen a hut on the big screen in a minute.
No.
Like, I want to say the last time would have been Return of the Jedi, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So, speaking of Book of Boba Fett, I bet we'll see Boba Fett at some point during the movies. The Grogu
Oh,
Mandu. I was just saying, like, I'm rolling through, like, we know there's a big war. So, who are we going to see?
that's yeah. There's a lot of options.
And then I was wondering about Paz's son. Like, who's watching him since
That's a good
Daddy got
question.
killed? Spoiler alert.
That's a good question.
I think we'll probably see the armorer. I think we'll probably see Bo-Katan Kryze.
Oh yeah, for sure.
How much? How much is? Where's Clan Ren right now? Like, are they gone? Is Sabine like the only one left?
I don't know.
Because I would like to see her brother in live action.
Me too. And I think he could come to live action, but I don't know. I don't know. We won't know until the film comes out and more details come out because we don't know where really the Mando and Grogu film is going. Where are we adventuring to? It's hard to say. I do think Bo-Katan
Micah,
will make an
I
appearance.
could. I think there's a very good chance we're back on Mandalore.
I could see that too. Definitely could see that.
Just because the living waters are there. Mythosaur. Like they gave us a little bit, but they didn't. They could easily give us a little bit more. Yeah, I'm very interested. Like,
it's one of the top themes we got out of Celebration, I think, and it's just exciting to see what's going to happen from it. But only time will tell. And we need more. We need more details.
we need more. We need more.
We need more.
I want all the details. I
All
want
of it.
I want an official trailer. Like, I really want to see the clips.
Me too.
That
Same.
Because, spoiler alert, you get a lot of. They really feed the children usually in these panels.
They were
which is why, like, I was like, anything good. I was really getting into some of the panels, and then they would cut to that other stage, and then I would see on like Instagram and that people got to see like a trailer, and I'm like,
yeah, they kept cutting it. They did it all weekend. Was cut the panel feeds whenever they showed like a trailer or anything. They cut it.
I was surprised.
And the viewers didn't get any.
I was surprised we got as much of the Ahsoka panel. I was surprised they didn't cut it.
I'm surprised too.
I was really surprised.
We got Ahsoka was the best part of day 2.
We were talking, and part of me would have FOMO and be like, yo, I want to go to the celebration stage. But then I had said to you, because I'm trying to go to Celebration 2027, which will be in Los Angeles.
Yep.
Thank God. It'll be easier to cover.
Yeah, very much so.
But yeah, it was like, I'd rather go to the panels, I think, than stand at the celebration stage.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And I'm gonna pull up my notes because I'm getting sidetracked.
Yes, let's just briefly talk about some other things.
Okay,
Let's briefly talk on the quicks of day 1. The Mandalorian and Grogu was probably the biggest theme. The highlight of day 1, but we also got other themes. We got a campaign for Star Wars Outlaws coming out later this month, and it is looking like Hondo is getting some more airtime. And yes, there's going to be some cosmetic stuff that has to do with skeleton crew.
I think the cosmetics are still out. I think they're already out.
Ooh, nice. They probably are. Yes, I do believe you're right.
I believe I had just a brand new campaign. It's called A Pirate's Fortune, and Jim Cummings will be voicing Hondo Anaka for it.
Yes, Hondo gets a lot of airtime, and I don't get it. I'm not a Hondo fan, guys. I am like a Hondo hater, so.
I'm surprised we haven't seen Hondo in live action yet.
Same. Me too. That is shocking, honestly, because of how much airtime he's getting elsewhere, like in this game, and people love this man. He's a comedic pirate. Like, it's giving like Johnny Depp kind of in Pirates of the Caribbean, but Star Wars vibes. Like, that's what his character gives.
I was surprised we didn't, like, out of any Star Wars project at the moment, I was surprised we didn't see Hondo appear during Skeleton Crew.
Honestly, that's fair.
Like, that is where I would think, like, if they were giving us live action Hondo, that would have been the show I would have not been surprised if he was in.
You know what? That's true. because we got so much pirate content in Skeleton Crew that Hondo not being present is really crazy to me. So that was a miss. That's a miss, I fear.
Missed opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not the hugest Hondo fan, but I will say he was
Hondo
a
hater.
cool live action.
He would make a cool live action. I agree. Will I like the character? No. He bothers the heck out of me, to be honest.
Fair enough. And then day 1, 2, we got the first toy showcase. We have a Django Fett helmet. So for you guys that collect Star Wars Lego helmets, they've got that coming. My favorite droid, Chopper, he's going to be a Lego, and I want the Lego. I'm not allowed Lego right now, but I want it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the Jango Fett starship.
Yes.
And then for Andor Season 2, a new Rebel U-Wing starfighter.
Oh, lots and lots. There's
And then
also
coming out
yes.
August 1st, K2SO.
Mm-hmm. And they have a life-size one, and it was crazy.
I had said to you, I was like, how the heck did they move that back to the toy? Like,
he said it was so difficult to create because it's so heavy.
well, yeah, because like the legs didn't have much like I'm assuming the legs were made like, you know, those like support beams. They're probably metal support beams.
Oh, they have to be. There have to be.
And that was his first set to create too. Like that was his first Lego set that he created.
That's crazy. That's such an iconic one to make. And then you made a life-size one. That's amazing.
Yeah, that thing had to weigh a lot.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe that's where the bubble wrap came from.
Yes.
Oh, Anthony, our beloved C3PO.
We love Anthony. Anthony Daniels is amazing, guys.
Waiting in his own lineup to meet himself.
He's an icon legend. Honestly, his interviews and panels were so good. We love him.
I die.
He's so great.
A treasure.
He is a treasure, a national treasure for real.
That's why we wrapped him in bubble wrap.
He needs to be.
So, and then we learned, because it's coming soon, Monopoly Go has a Star Wars event happening.
Yes. Starting May 1st, again, a May release. You're gonna, if you play Monopoly Go, which I was addicted for a long time on Monopoly Go.
I was, and then I stopped playing, but I might have to re-download her.
Me too. Me too.
And then Light and Magic Season 2.
Yes, we had a whole panel of this. Yes, already out. If you like behind the scenes stuff, this is what you need to go watch. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I loved all the like stories. I think that was like my favorite part of the panel. I mean, I found the panel to drag a little bit.
Yes, same.
But I really like the stories about George, and I just like overall. And I like how George does things. Like, I remember during said panel, they had mentioned anytime they ever went to George with a question, I believe it was Ahmed Best. Anytime like he would go and ask, he would be like, I don't know what it means. You tell me.
Yeah, yes, it was Ahmed. Yes, it was.
That's kind of genius to be like, I don't know. how do you interpret the character? Which
Yeah,
I don't think a lot of like writers or any a lot of directors would do that.
no,
They're very set in how they want things.
I agree.
But
I
not
definitely
George
agree.
Lucas. Not
Yes,
George
we
Lucas.
got a lot of George Lucas tea from that panel that everyone kind of agreed with Ahmed. They were like, yeah, he literally tells you, he questions you when you question him back. He's like, what do you think? Which is great for an actor's perspective because it gives them free abilities to really make the character their own instead of being directed. And I think that's what George Lucas wanted anyway. Like, you got cast as this person or character, you tell me the tea, baby.
Give it to me now.
And they did. And Star Wars, like, that's one thing about, I'm just going to say this now because I was going to wait a little longer. But for these panels and interviews that we saw during the entire weekend, it just shows that the Star Wars cast and crews, there, it's all love. There's a lot of love there. It's a lot of heart, and it just makes me feel so good about being a fan of this series and this world. It's just there's a lot of love, and you see it a lot. You see it quite a bit during this celebration.
And then almost every single person had that story.
Hmm.
Like George Lucas. He was kind of like, how do you see it? Even Filoni had talked very closely about it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
And then
It was just, it was beautiful. It's actually making me a little emotional thinking about it because it happened
we're a
like
big
everywhere.
family.
Yes. Yes, and you can see it and sense it during celebration, which was a big thing for me watching it.
I wish, I'm going to throw this out there. I wish, I feel like as a Star Wars fan, we need to take the family aspect of, um, you know, everybody's happy for each other, et cetera, with like the cast, the crews, all of that. Whereas Star Wars fans are so toxic at times with
So
each other
toxic, and
and
it's
so
really bad.
whiny. Like, I wish we all love Star Wars. Yes, we're not all going to agree on everything.
No,
Honestly, most families do not. But
no,
I wish that the fans, not everybody, but I just wish we were a less toxic of a fandom.
I
Whereas
agree.
we should represent what George Lucas and his beautiful cast and crew, etc., how they have so much love for each other. And I just wish it wasn't so toxic.
I agree. Like, honestly, watching it,
Like
the chat
learn
was
from
not
it.
it. The
Oh my
chat
god,
was not it.
I closed the chat.
So did I. I did too.
All the spamming
Ridiculous.
and the spamming for Fortnite,
Ridiculous.
the manifestation.
Ridiculous. Too
But
much.
that
I think I
chat, no, I didn't. I literally basically was watching and typing. And then I would pause and type.
Yes, yes, Jordan wrote a lot, girlies. She got a lot in here. But yes, let's quickly get through the rest of day one because there was some other stuff, but most of it, I mean, there
Acolyte got
actually
lots of
is a couple.
attention in graphic novels.
There's so many novels that were announced during celebration. We're not going to go through all of it because there's just so much, but the literature
Too
coming out for
many.
Star Wars is
They're
abundant.
feeding the children.
Their feet, and I have never truly ever read something Star Wars related. I'm not gonna lie, I've never been like a reader of Star Wars, but there is some stuff that was released during this weekend that I really want to go and read. Like, I want to read the Fear of the Jedi High Republic stuff so bad. Like, that ate down.
I also want to see the graphic novels for the Acolyte.
Mm-hmm. I want to see I want to see the artwork. Yeah, there's a lot of Acolyte
Oh, I
books
have
coming out.
the Where Did My Acolytes Go?
Yes, and then while
And is
Jordan looks
there
for those
more of them?
photos,
Was it 1, 2, 3, or were there more?
one, I think it's 3, maybe 4. But while she looks for those photos, oh, there they are, baby.
We have the Acolyte Kalinka. We have Wayseeker, and then the Crystal Crown, which has our Queen Janky.
Oh my god,
Genki.
yes, we love her. A robbed queen. I'm excited. I really want to
I
see
really wish
those
that the
books as well.
Acolyte would not have got canceled.
Yes, we are not going to discuss that, but yes, I agree. It's sad. But you know what?
The the one book that I want to read though,
Which one?
I'm not Star Wars Master of Evil by
Ooh,
Adam Christopher.
yes. Do it.
That was the one that spoke to me the most.
They yeah, there's a lot of good reads here, and I kind of do want to pick one up, and I think everyone should. Avid reader or not, there's a lot of lore coming out in the next, I don't even know when these come out. Ooh, it looks so good. But I don't know when all these releases are for all these literature, Star Wars, lore,
I
new
don't
lore,
think
adding to lore.
I don't think they gave us uh yeah, I don't think they gave us release dates.
I don't think they did either for literally any of it,
Oh,
to be honest.
November for Master of Evil.
Yes, okay, yeah, I do see that now. But I think that's the only one. But yeah, the literature was amazing. They also released the Young Jedi Adventures. Season 3 is coming out. I've not watched this series before, but it is coming out for your little young ones, your little Jedi little Padawans, baby.
I would
There's
have
coming
popped
out.
off. That announcement, I was glad it came when it did because Nubs came out and danced, and it was like this hot, well, it was just like a really beady music.
Hmm.
And at that point, I want to say it was 1:30 in the morning, maybe 2. And the music gave me my second wind because it kind of woke my ass up.
It was very cute. And yes, Young Jedi Adventures is coming, y'all. If you are into Young Jedi Adventures, if you have a little one that likes it, it is coming. There's Nubs. Yes, he got
What
his
an
little dance
icon.
on.
We love Nubs.
And the last thing I kind of think is really important to talk about, and the last thing that I would personally talk about, because everything else kind of comes up later in different days, is the announcement of the Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord coming to Disney Plus.
I thought it was day 2.
It's in your day one notes.
There it is. Yeah.
And it's exciting. It's good stuff. It's animated Star Wars, which we love, and it takes place a year after the Clone Wars. So it's very interesting. I'm excited.
That was they actually that was one of the panels that they cut off. They
Yep.
didn't they
Yep. They
didn't
didn't show us
uh,
the trailer.
they didn't show us the trailer. They didn't re- they didn't I don't think they announced it in that panel. I mean, they announced it in that panel, but I don't think they posted it on their socials. but then they didn't show us until um celebration stage.
Right. And yeah.
And that lady is an icon.
Yes. The producer, I think she is, right?
Yes.
Director, producer, one of the two.
She was
She is an
giving
icon.
this icon.
She's an icon. You see her a couple times throughout Celebration, and she just gives really great vibes. She's also so many of the producers, directors are fans of Star Wars, so it's all really crazy and great to see that they loved it before they got with Star Wars and Lucasfilms and whatnot. It
And
was
they still love it, and they have so much passion.
they have so much passion, so much love, and they all love each other. It's just that's what all Star Wars is about, right? Just a family. It's just good. It's all around great to see.
Good vibes.
It is good vibes. But that's all. Do we want to get into day 2? Because I think
Speed run day 2.
speed run day 2 and 3, because both of them were kind of blah.
Very
But
that.
speed, okay. Day 2, I have my notes up, babies. So we do get a new toy announcement. The Death Trooper helmet is coming out, which will look really nice. And yeah, I don't remember when they said it was coming out. I think August or November, October, somewhere around there, somewhere fall. I didn't write down the date, and it kind of flopped on that part, y'all. So forgive me. But we get a Death Trooper helmet. We also get new Star Wars: The
That
Old
helmet
Republic
looks
game news.
lit.
It did look lit, honestly. We get some Star Wars: The Old Republic game news, Legacy of the Sith, which looked really good, honestly, from what I recall. Like, it's been a couple of days now, so everything's a little bit all blurry, but it looked really good. And the games I think we're getting kind of hated on for no reason. I think they all look good. We got a couple games.
The games.
Yes, the games, baby, the games.
Was that was the trailer, I think, where I had said, "Oh, this looks fun."
Mm-hmm. It does. Yeah, it
There
was.
there was another game, wasn't there?
Yes, there
Or was that
was.
Sunday?
Is it Rebuild the Galaxy Pieces of the Past? Was that a game? I don't know why I didn't write
No,
this
that's a
down.
movie.
Okay, that's a movie. Okay, period. So
It's
that
gonna have Darth Jar Jar.
Yes. Oh yeah. Which I love that Darth Jar Jar's getting airtime because it's been a fan made theory for 8 years. Been a yes. It's the Lego film, right?
Yeah.
It's getting the Darth Jar Jar has been a thing since I was a child. So it's been a thing for a long time. And not only does Darth Jar Jar come in this Lego film, but he's also coming in Fortnite, which, spoiler, was on day 3. They announced Fortnite content for Star Wars where Darth Jar Jar will be a skin.
I was like, oh my goodness. Why? The manifestation.
Yes. And let's talk about a couple other things. Let's do the Ahsoka panel last from day 2, even though it happened before all this other stuff. But let's talk about, they did release a Tales of the Underworld trailer, which is exciting. I'm excited for this series. Another animated series. The first part we know is going to star Ventress, and she's going to turn against the dark side and back to the light side, which is amazing. And I think a lot of fans wanted that anyway, because Ventress was an amazing character. Another character like Ahsoka that I think fans feel like got pushed under the rug. And she's coming back finally after so long. We haven't seen her since Clone Wars, I'm pretty confident.
Right.
And she's coming back, and she's on the light side again of things. And it's going to be very exciting to see this story arc from her. So that is amazing. That was one of my favorite things that we got. And then we got more books, like I said, and more literature coming for Star Wars. A bunch of literature is coming out, guys. Go check it out. And then another game which I actually really thought looked good, and I love these kind of games with like actions, I guess, or like turn-based games, but we get the Star Wars Zero Company like action
I
slash. It's giving D&D in a game.
I am super excited for it.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
That
It
was
looks
another
really
thing.
good.
I thought game wise, I thought we would get the last game in the Jedi Survivor trilogy, but
Yes.
nothing.
Nothing.
They didn't give it to us.
Well, they didn't. They again. I feel like Celebration was kind of lacking in some aspects, and that was definitely one of them. Let's see what else. Let's just go through. They had some. There was a lot of merchandise on day 2. Again, in day 3, they also showed a lot of merchandise. The merchandise at Celebration did look really cool. I would have spent so much money. They had adorable plushies that I remember seeing in day 2. They had freaking
I see.
tradable
Okay,
cards, and I hated the
you
cards. I hated
know
them.
the hot trend of Labubus.
Mm-hmm.
They had those. They had a whole bunch of the Ewoks in like a similar, like big charmy type of thing, and I
Yeah.
was like, God, I wish I was in Japan
Yeah, I
because I
remember that. Yeah.
love some cannibal bears.
I love a good Ewok, and we haven't seen Ewoks in a long time in Star Wars for real. Since they originally were in it, right?
Yeah, I want to say it, I think Return of the Jedi was the last time we've seen them on screen, and then obviously they have their little animated show,
Which I never watched, but I want to go back and watch.
and then they had wasn't there a non-animated show as well that was Ewok based?
I think so. It was all stuff I didn't even realize was a thing until Disney Plus put it on there. I didn't know these shows existed, so I hadn't seen them, and I still haven't seen them.
But yeah, those were I would have been living for the Ewok merch.
I would have been too. It's
And
been
then
so.
that Darth Vader cherry blossom.
Oh my gosh. Yes, the artwork that was shown during Celebration was beautiful. Stunning.
Don't get me started on those probably really super expensive models. You know the ones that have like the lights under them?
Yes, 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 yes. Gorgeous. Literally stunning. Like, you just have to go back. If you didn't watch Celebration, you need to go back and kind of skim through it to just look at, even if you don't watch the panels, the art and the merchandise. There was so much beautiful stuff that people were creating. So it was gorgeous, especially the artwork. It was amazing.
In the Star Wars Celebration bomber jacket.
Gorgeous. I do know what you're talking about now because we were originally watching. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I did see it on day 3. I finally saw it and finally
It looked like
recognized
it
it.
could have been in reversible.
Yeah, I think so.
I would have
Maybe.
wore the white side of it.
I would wear the green side, and I'm not even a green fan, honestly. But it was gorgeous. But outside of those themes in day 2, the only other big theme that I could remember outside of the Ahsoka panel is the interview with the adult Boba Fett and the young Boba Fett. Amazing. That interview was so good. I don't know the actor's
Oh,
name off the top of my
his name
head.
is like Tamar.
Something like that. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Forgive me, everybody. But he brings his daughter on stage too. That interview was my favorite interview of all of them. It was so great, stunning. The older adult Boba Fett is hilarious. The actor himself is so funny.
He came out and did like a tribal
hmm
Samoan thing.
It was beautiful. And that was my favorite interview of the whole time because
Tamira Morrison.
it was the most memorable to me, and I'll probably not forget it for a long time. Whereas I do forget a lot of the interviews and what they talked about, but that one was my favorite. And that's the only other
Tamira
thing other than
Morrison.
the Ahsoka panel time.
Holy crap, he's 64.
That's crazy. He doesn't look it.
He
He really
doesn't look
doesn't.
it.
Not at
I
all.
thought maybe 50s.
Maybe 50s, but it is. He
And we
was
got
really great.
all the Ahsoka tea.
Yes, let's talk about it before we wrap up season day 3 really quickly. Let's talk about it. I'll let you speak first.
I liked how, like, obviously they gave us a lot of stories from set, and what really stood out for me story wise was that the fans are basically who did the live action casting
Yeah.
because of all the and then the big thing from that panel was the moderator, I don't remember that dude. He was like, so obviously that you left season 1 in a situation, and the guy was like probing for information, and he's like, and Dave was like, well, you're gonna have to wait for season 2.
Yes, they didn't give too much information on the show itself, but they did announce that Anakin Hayden is coming back to reprise Anakin in Ahsoka season 2, which is crazy. We do get a lot of
Wild.
story from Rosario on the fact that her and Hayden have known each other since they were young teenagers,
That was
and
wild to me.
that was wild. And they also knew, this is random, Scarlett Johansson, since she was a teenager too. They all went to the same like acting school or whatever. I don't know where they went, but it's crazy to think that these actors that are really
It's
big
like a
and
performing art school of some
Mhm.
kind.
Yeah, the fact that these actors that all play in Disney material knew each other as teenagers is insane to me. It's so crazy.
And they not only did they say that Hayden will be back. It's shooting Saturday it starts.
Yes. Which is crazy.
Dave had said we are getting more Chopper, more Hera.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think.
More Chopper, more Hera. We get Zeb for the first time.
Yeah, so and we got the announcement of Rory McCann
Yes,
playing Balin Skull.
Balin's getting recast, and from what we saw during the panel is that everyone
Here, I'll
loves
pull
this
up the.
choice.
They did give us a. I don't think it's concept. I want to say that looked like a test photo.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yes,
or
we find it's exciting. It's good news. Everyone is super happy in the cast and crew with this recast. He's taking it super seriously and super um like to heart that he's going to be playing this character, that it's kind of beautiful.
and you know what else? We'll be getting more of Marley.
Yes.
Not only are we getting Marley, we're getting Loth Kittens.
Yes, loft kittens, girls. Yes, yes. And look at that. Oh my god, it's so cute.
They kind of remind the Lothkins, like from the concept art, kind of look like they're like a pygmy puff
Mm-hmm.
from Harry Potter. Those really
Mm-hmm.
like furry dudes, because like they look like little balls of fur, which I love. And we're getting more Thrawn.
Yes.
I don't think who else are we getting? Did I miss anyone?
I don't think so. I think those are the big ones.
So
And
I
it's a big
assume.
war, a big hunger
Oh, we're
war. We
getting
do know that.
the theme of Star Wars Celebration was war. because
Yes.
Mando movie, Ahsoka season 2. It's interesting. Oh, and we're gonna get more of those little adorable shell people that I don't know what they are.
Oh my gosh, yes, I forgot about that. Yes, we are gonna get the little crab slash like they're more like
And I
hermit
think
crabs.
they're gonna also have um what's General, he has like the big this guy.
Oh yeah, Admiral, what's his name?
Akbar.
Akbar, yes. That he actually they did announce that Akbar's gonna fight Thrawn.
He
So
gonna
interesting.
die.
He gonna die. Well, would he die though? Isn't he already
I don't know.
dead? Like, didn't he
I
already
don't know.
die? I don't know where the timeline is here, guys. I thought he would already
All
be
the
dead,
time
but
we were talking about this, timelines always bleed into each other. Which,
and do.
like, Mon Mothma, she's someone who's been around the bush. And
She's been in
here
a
she
lot.
is on Andor. And I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see her in Ahsoka season 2.
We will find out. I'm interested to see. But I'll quickly go through day 3 and then we'll
Okay.
talk about
Yeah.
Andor. So day 3 was consistent of mostly 2 separate things. Now, I want to do Visions last because Visions was the big theme of day 3. But besides Visions, we did get a panel that was called the sidekick panel, which had Anthony Daniels, Ashley Eckstein, which I don't know if I'm pronouncing her last name right, but she voiced Ahsoka in the Clone Wars. We got Ahmed
Mhm.
Best and we got Alan Toot you something, which plays the droid that we will see in Mando and Grogu, right? Yes. No,
Yeah.
Andor. Sorry, Andor. He's going to be
Andor.
yeah. Sorry. So those are the 2 big things. They were over an hour long each. The sidekick panel was cute just because of the cast that they had. It was very reminiscent of their time with Star Wars, and they've all been a part of Star. Well, all of them have been part of Star Wars for a long time now. So it was very reminiscent and very cute. I would say if you want to go listen to Anthony Daniels and Ashley and Ahmed talk about their experience because they've been a part of Star Wars now for years. Anthony decades and Ahmed decades, and even Ashley a decade maybe. Like
Yeah, Clone Wars
they,
was a while ago.
yeah, that it's very reminiscent and really nice to see these really big characters that we all know, and you could either love them or not, because I know Jar Jar doesn't get as much love as I have for Jar Jar, but it was very gorgeous. It was very pretty. It was very like heart wrenching because it's just these amazing characters from Star Wars. I've been in it for so long that most like we love 3CPO, we love Ahsoka. It's just it was a lot nice to see. But outside of that, we get Fortnite getting the content that everyone was asking for from day one. Just briefly, here's what we're going to get in uh Fortnite if you play. I'm not a Fortnite player, but we're going to get a Jar Jar skin, Darth Jar Jar skin. We're getting a Grievous skin. We're getting a Mace Windu skin, a Palpatine skin, Captain Phasma and Poe skin, and then I don't know who this character is, but like an Evie. I don't know who this character is. Her name is Evie, I guess. She's getting a Jedi and Sith remix skin. I don't know who that is, but that's what we're getting in um Fortnite. And then I want to talk about Visions now because the rest of my notes are all about Visions. So, Vision Season 3 is coming to us this October, and they announced that they're going to have a continuation of 3 episodes that we have already seen. I have watched Visions. I'm a Visions super fan. I love anime. I love Japanese animation, and I love how every episode of Visions is a different what's the term I'm looking for? Creator. Not that's not what I'm looking for, but that's what we're going with. But we're
Collaborator?
Yes, we'll go with collaborator. But
Hola.
we're getting a continuation of these 3 episodes in season 3. We're getting a continuation of the duel, which is an amazing episode. I won't spoil the episodes because Jordyn, you haven't seen Visions, right?
No,
Okay, I
I
won't
have
spoil
not.
the episodes, but the duel is an amazing episode. If you know, you know. Then we're also getting a continuation of the Village Bride, which isn't my favorite episode, but I get it, I guess. But I'm super excited for the 3rd episode we're getting a continuation of. The Ninth Jedi. Such a good episode. I vividly remember watching this episode. It is one of my favorite episodes of either season 1 or 2. And then not only that, but we get the episode titles and a little clip of each episode. So we
I'm
get
surprised they gave you clips.
it, they gave us like a second clip, like a second each. So I'm just briefly going to run through the titles here. So we get the duel payback, which is the continuation of the duel, and they give us like some artwork of some Wookiees that are going to appear, and then there's also this giant praying mantis character. Like it's actually a praying mantis, like human size, and I'm interested of what that's going to become, but that is what we got from that. We got the Lost Ones, which was the next in the series, which is going to be the continuation of the Village Bride. And we didn't get too much from it, but it looked really pretty. Just like the Village Bride was very pretty artwork. Then the Ninth Jedi, Child of Hope, is the continuation of the Ninth Jedi. Again, we didn't get too much of it, but the artwork again looks really cute. And then we got Yoku's Treasure, which was a very pretty, like cutesy episode looking. It was like they showed us a bear like character with a boy. Like it was giving imaginary friend kind of like the bear was the boy's imaginary friend. That's what it gave
Okay.
me, but I'm not sure. And then we got the Smuggler, which looks really good. It looks very good. It's like it was giving there was I don't even know what it was giving to be honest, but it gave us a photo of characters in the animation style that they're using, and the animation style itself looked really good. But that's all we got out of it, and I thought it looked really good. I'm really excited about that one. Then we got the Bounty Hunters, which is a bounty hunter episode, which I love bounty hunters, and I think bounty hunters don't get enough airtime in Star Wars. I think there's so many really good bounty hunters that I want to see more of that we haven't yet, and I think this episode is going to be really good. And then the Song of Four Wings, which is another one that they showed, and it looks super colorful, super pretty. They did give us a trailer for it, and it gave me kind of um I don't know, just very gorgeous, like super colorful, super majestic. I'm excited for this episode. The next episode we also got a trailer for, The Bird of Paradise, and it is colorful. It had a dark and a light side of the same character. So this character probably turns from good to dark, but their appearance changes when they turn dark. Their skin becomes dark, their eyes become dark. It's very interesting how the transition from like the normal character to the dark character was. And they did give us a trailer, and the trailer for me was giving video game animation, so I'm very interested to see what happens here. And then we get Black, which is the last episode that they gave us, and it has really good shading. Like the shading of this episode looks amazing, very dark, and it had greens and reds. It was like a Christmas color theme. I don't understand that, but the shading was
Okay.
really good. And that comes out in October, like I said. And the last thing I want to talk about of day 3 that was I'm super ready for this is another Visions uh content announcement was they're releasing Star Wars Visions Presents, which is extended episodes of Vision. So it's not going to be shorts anymore. This is going to be full blown, probably an hour-long episode, giving the creators more time to show the story of the episodes. And the first episode within this is going to be The Ninth Jedi, which again, like I said earlier, was one of my favorite episodes of season 1 and 2. It comes out really deep, really fast, and it is dark. And if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It is crazy. But that is day 3 in a nutshell. The other things they gave, which I didn't write in my notes, they gave a lot of merchandise again, which a lot of it was really cool and a lot of it was really pretty. They gave a lot of jewelry. And it looked really nice. And then
I I wish they would give us like those that didn't go. I wish there was somewhere we could get some of the merch because there is quite a bit that I wanted.
I
And
agree.
I know that they're releasing a little bit, but I don't think the items I seek are on that list.
No, I think you had to be
And
there to get it, which is
right, which
unfortunate.
is unfortunate. Also, starting in May, they are if you're a theme park fan and you've been to Galaxy's Edge, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, they're going to be adding new planet locations so you're not. I think it's going to give the ride more rideability like Star Tours. And I believe there is if I'm not mistaken, there was a Mandalorian themed planet that you're going to. And then obviously, what the heck? Coruscant. Looks like Cloud City. Anyway. Oh my god. Not my iPad. I really should have made visuals. And that's all I had from Star Wars Celebration.
That's all I have as well. Yes. Oh my god, yes.
This looks like it could be Tatooine.
Could be, yeah. Definitely.
That's giving pod racing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. But oh
But
my
yeah,
goodness.
I think that's a wrap on Celebration.
Celebration.
It gave us it gave us some stuff, and I'm excited for what it gave, but it could have given more, in my honest opinion, if I wanted to wrap up what I wanted to say about it. I wish we had a little more.
Yeah, it was not it.
Not it at all. But it was
Hopefully
it was.
2027, the LA one, maybe more guests will be able to go like from the past casts or whatever.
If you okay, so here's what I want to ask before we end and go into Andor and talk about Andor a little bit. Who is one character or one actor you want to see in 2027?
What do you mean? Oh,
Like as
uh,
like a guest.
hmm. Just give me all the Ahsoka tea.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay, period. I would say if I had to
But
answer this
she was
question,
there. So
right. If I had to pick a person or anybody from a show, I'm going to say that I want any of the kid actors from Skeleton Crew to be at the 2027 panels or interviews. One of the two. I want one of them at least so bad.
you know what? The actor that plays Ezra Bridger,
That would be good as well.
because I don't like the thing is, how long are they going to take to film? That was the one interesting thing I found was during Anaheim, Rosario, Sabine, they snuck, they went from set to Celebration and then back to set. So I thought it was interesting to note that not even a week after the Celebration, they're back shooting. When last Celebration, they were actually shooting.
Period. Ooh, period.
So I find that interesting, which makes me think we don't get Ahsoka season 2 till 2027.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
I'd be shocked if we got it faster.
I would be shocked
But
as
that was
well.
the other thing too. Like, what's coming for Star Wars? Because after Andor, don't they usually do 2 Star Wars shows a year? Roughly,
Usually.
math wise. So I don't know.
It is going to be interesting. We will see. But do we want to tackle some Andor
Oh my
season
god,
2?
Andor season 1.
Season 1
You
or
mean
season
2?
I was about to be like season 1.
My brain
Oh.
is broken.
Season 2. Yeah, I don't know.
We came in hot.
We came in hot. I agree. I didn't take notes for this, so we're totally just kind of rambling on Andor season 2
Either
here.
honestly, either did I.
So we're kind of just speaking out about it. It did
I
start
was
off
broken.
really hot. And it started off hot and good, which is definitely better than how season 1 started, which was drawn out and kind of boring. But season 2 did not play.
No, they said, "Hi, how are you? I am going to
Hi,
take the
how
full
are you?
breaks.
It was
I don't
really
have a
good.
name."
I like where we're going here, and damn, maybe I have less to talk about yet so far about Andor than I thought. But what I am very excited about, and my storyline that I'm following heavy, is the Mon Mothma and Tay, her little man friend's story arc. And
Yeah, well, I don't know what's going on there.
no, yeah, but I don't either, and it's kind of tea.
You
It's my
know,
favorite thing going on right now.
I don't appreciate why are we forcing someone to get married for political reasons?
Can we not though? Can we really not?
And we steal a TIE fighter right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. And do. And well, yeah, but does Cassian know how to freaking fly?
No.
Yeah, it was a hot mess. It was a
It
hot
was
mess
like,
scene.
I was like, is that ship gonna get off the planet?
I'm surprised he actually did.
And then the chick that helped him steal, what's her deal?
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't get enough of her, honestly.
She wasn't, I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna just. My first initial thought was I didn't realize that Cassian was about to steal the TIE fighter. I
Mm-hmm.
thought maybe she was just doing pre-flight checks, whatever.
Right. I didn't think so either.
And then another interesting, like, what did that girl? I don't think they have names,
I'm not sure. I don't think so either.
but she went up to Andor and Cassian and was like, he was like, "Oh, what did you guys say?" And she was just like, "Oh, she thinks you're cute."
Yeah, that was funny to me.
I thought it was funny, but also like what made me wonder was what was actually said.
We will never know. That is something we'll never know. I can guarantee we ain't ever finding that out.
I want answers.
Oh, we are not getting that one, any.
I get that, but like that's what I want.
I want answers too, but of other things. Like there's a lot of questions to be had because we're following 3 different like storylines here, and
It felt like more like a 4 storyline.
it was a lot. So we need to like kind of it was actually 4. You're right. We need to
And
come
I
back
don't
together.
think I don't know if I wasn't paying attention, but I should have went back and rewatched because like it's been a minute and I was wondering, the guy and the blonde, what the heck is her name?
Deidre?
Deidre. Are they married? Like, why are we meeting mom?
I
Like,
don't know.
that kind of threw me off. I don't know if it's just because like it's been a minute, but I didn't realize they were that close during
Right.
season 1.
Right. I don't remember that either, and I just watched it actually. So what? I don't know where we're going with that either.
I mean, the mom, oh my gosh, she's fucking irritating.
Yeah, fair, very fair. Honestly,
She's giving me very mama's boy.
Yes, yes.
What I do like about Andor, though, is they at least give us the planet we're on.
I agree because we always stay questioning what we're doing and where we're at. But
So it's nice to have like the little Eurons. I want the planet that was he stole it from also was giving Hoth.
that's true. It was.
I wrote it down. I'm just trying to think of was it was Sonar? Yeah, it was Sonar that looked like it was a snow planet.
It did. I don't recall hearing the name, but yeah, that is it. It was obviously a snow planet. Definitely give Hoth vibes, but and I think we both kind of talked to
And
each
then
other and we're like, is
the
that
like farming grain planet.
that whole planet was interesting. I did not like the scene with Bix and
I
that.
love his mom's droid.
I love his mom's story too. It's my favorite. But yeah, that character, our homegirl that got kind of effed up in season 1, and then she got let out and escaped thanks to Andor. I didn't like that scene with her and that what's the title I want to say? The guy that was like, "You want to come back with me?" Blah 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 blah. I was like, "Nah." You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what scene I'm talking about? It's in episode 2, and she's like getting asked to come back with this man.
Because you haven't watched episode 3 yet, I'm trying to.
Yes, don't spoil it for me. Again, yes, everyone, I haven't watched episode 3 yet. Only the 2.
So I'm kind of like, I'm just trying to choose my words carefully.
Yes, which is fine. We can get more into Andor when we do our third
Yeah.
episode video, but I do like where we're going so far with it. It's very.
We started very fast and furious, which I appreciate.
Yeah, I do too. And I like the storylines. I do think there's kind of too many, so I'm interested to see if they tie them all together. But it was really good. I was very invested, which is shocking. I didn't get invested in season 1 until the last 4 episodes. I want to say is when I really got invested in Andor season 1.
For me, it was around. So like, I love beautiful like cinematography. So like, I was interested, but I would say that I'm not. It was a slow start for me.
Yeah, definitely.
And I watched it live, well, as it was going on every week. So I want to say it was when he got arrested was where I really started to be like, oh, this is interesting.
I agree. That point on, it got the momentum increased.
But like Zaddy, what is the surprise that Zaddy has for Mon Mothma?
I don't know. I'm most intrigued by this. I don't know. Is he playing her though? I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. What I really like, I think I noticed more during this season. And it kind of surprises me that it's taken me this long in Star Wars, but you can really see how inspired by Japanese culture the costuming is in Star Wars.
I agree.
I and looking back, like it's always been kind of like that, but like I don't think I didn't notice it as much as I did like when you're on Chandrella,
Hmm.
where like they use the circling door, but like the archways, everything feels more inspired by Japanese culture. And looking back now, I look at all like the other, like the ponchos and like the robes and stuff, and I see it, but I feel like I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't aware of it until now.
Right. And I agree. I love the fact that they take so much from Japanese culture and animation. It is stunning, and you can really see it. And it's just something that Star Wars is doing very well, and it's very a key component. And I also agree with what you said. I didn't see it until more recently either, but it's stunning to see.
I don't know, maybe it was because like I noticed it more in Acolyte, but like I didn't notice it. Is I don't I don't know if it's just because Shangri-La is giving Japan to me,
Mhm.
but you look at like, yeah, I just did not notice it,
I
which
didn't.
is
Yeah,
funny because I've been a Star Wars fan since I was a child.
same.
So it was weird. And then now thinking of it, I'm like, oh yeah, lightsabers are kind of like a sword.
Oh, for sure.
But like I don't know if I was just like oblivious to it or what. Yeah, definitely in like the I'm noticing it a little bit more on watching on Andor season 2.
Yes.
And it seems I'm very interested what is that girl's name, that Andor's girlfriend.
Bix, Colleen,
She's an icon.
she is an icon.
But who are these people she's with?
They are people that escaped that battle that was happening after his mom died. It's I don't know exactly who, especially the like older lady. I don't know who she is, but the rest of them are just people that she had escaped with.
Well, I know that he was friends with the guy with the beard.
Yeah, and the other guy, the other boy's his son. I don't know who the lady is.
Maybe the mom? Maybe?
Maybe they
I
didn't
don't
give her. She
know.
wasn't in season 1, so I don't know who that lady is.
It's yeah, I'm interested to see where it's going.
Me too. And
Um,
it's starting off really good, so I hope the momentum keeps growing and it keeps going somewhere. And I think we are going to get some craziness by the end.
right.
But
I want to know also like this green Cylon planet. I guess it looks like a good spot to hide.
yeah,
But
fair.
that Imperial dude, ooh,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
it.
Not it at all. Not it. I am interested to watch episode 3 now. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. Tea on everybody. But yeah, I'm interested. This season seems really good. And it started off really hot. And
It
it
definitely.
dragged my attention from episode 1.
I feel like if you're going to steal a TIE fighter, maybe learn how to fly it.
Maybe that's a good idea.
Maybe it wouldn't look so obvious that it's stolen.
Yes, I agree.
I'm interested to see what your thoughts will be on episode
Episode
3.
3. I will definitely let you know. What is your guys' thoughts, by the way? Let us know about your thoughts on everything that we've talked about. Celebration Andor season 2. Let us know. But I
And
don't
we will
really.
be here.
Yes, we'll be here soon.
Shortly.
We're going to make an episode on episode 3 shortly, but I don't have much else to say. I think I'm
I
going to go.
know.
I think I'm going to go
I'm
back in circles if I keep talking and rambling.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I'm scared. I have things I could say, and I will save them for our next episode.
Yes.
I'm just kind of like I really appreciate the consistency in episode length. I'm interested to see where this is going.
Yes, me too.
See, I have things, but like I don't I'm I'm being cautious, as the
Yes.
girlies would say. But we will be back.
We'll be back for episode 3 of Andor. And yes, keep your thoughts to yourself if you think that they could spoil it for me. But again, guys, what were your thoughts on everything that we talked about? Celebration or if we missed anything that you think was important and very special, please let us know below. There was a lot going on, guys. Star Wars came out the freaking woods this weekend and into the week. But I think that's a wrap for this episode. We are signing off and blasting off. I'm Dustin, and this is my co-pilot Jordyn, and we are here for Chaos Chronicles. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and we will be back very soon for episode 3 of Andor season 2.
On.
Yes, turn them on. Put the bell button. Press the bell button, baby. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching.